Hey everybody, today we're going to be making some homemade beef jerky. You're not going to want to miss this. It's super easy. Let's do this. So I stopped by my local warehouse, Restaurant Depot. I was able to get some inside round for $4.40 a pound. 6 pounds, $26. You can't beat this. Even if it shrinks to half weight, you're still getting beef jerky for, $26 for 3 pounds. I mean, it's beef jerky right now, Jack Links and all that, they're running about $45 a pound. So you're getting half price. Not bad. So you have your inside round. You want to cut all your trim off the outside. You want to keep the knife in between the fat and the meat and just kind of skim it off. There's not a lot inside the meat. That's why inside rounds are so nice. If you buy them already skinned, they're called denuded eye of round. You typically won't find those, but you'll find eye of rounds really easily. They're usually under $5 a pound. Back in the day when I first cut in beef jerky back in 1995, 1998, these things were 99 cents a pound. So way better deal back in the day, but we'll deal with 450, 460 a pound. So you want to trim it up nice and thin. You want to figure it's going the length with the grain of the beef jerky. You can go across the grain. That makes for an easier bite, but typically beef jerky is along the grain. So I do nice, long, thin cuts. That means less time in the dehydrator. You go a thicker cut. You're just going to have to dry it out even more. And if you have some thin and some thick, you're going to have some inconsistencies there. So make sure they're fairly consistent, pretty thin. Here I have my pre-mixed beef jerky regular seasoning. Basically, I go 1 teaspoon salt, half of that of sugar, then garlic, pepper, onion powder to taste. I do add some jerk seasoning, and again, you just do it to taste. I'm not measuring much on these because I've made it so much. I kind of know by look how it is, but that's about a tablespoon of jerk seasoning in there. And again, about half a cup of soy sauce. Mix that up real good with some water because you want to make sure the beef jerky is submerged. And you want to do this for a minimum of 6 hours, but overnight in the fridge is even better. If I do a non-cure recipe, but if you want to add the pink cure, the nitrite, you want an 1/8 teaspoon per pound, 8 pounds, full teaspoon. You don't want to go too much on the nitrites. So mix it up real good. You want to make sure that the spice hits every piece of the jerky. Keep it submerged. These luggers are really nice. They're collapsible, so you can cut on them and then use them to collapse. I use a dehydrator. This is a Kasori. I had a Nesco one of those tub ones with the fans on top for 5-6 years, and then it finally burned out on me. I don't think that plastic's very good at holding up to 160 sustained for 7 hours, multiple times a week. So I went with this Kasori. It's really nice. It's got 10 wire drawers on it. You've used it, I don't know, probably 20 times now, 160 for 7-8 hours. And I haven't had any issues with it except for the plastic tray on the bottom has warped, started leaking fat out onto the table a few times. So that's why you see the tin foil on the bottom there. It's the only complaint I have about these Kasoris was the plastic lining on the bottom. Make sure your beef jerky is more space than less space in between the pieces. You don't want them too crowded. I don't assume you'd be doing more than 4 or 5 pounds at a time, so you can easily space it out on all the trays that you get with this unit. If you're doing it in the oven, which is fine, you can use racks in the oven. Have your oven at 160, 170, and do it in there. Liquid smoke is always a good option if you want it to taste like you smoked it for some hours. I go ahead and turn it, after a few hours. Make sure it's nice and even, and this is the finished product. Turned out really good. Go ahead and watch the rest of this as I taste it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe.
Right,
appreciate you all. Talk to you later.
7 hours. Wow. It's really, really good. Don't skip out on the dehydrator jerky. You're missing out. It's easier. Don't have to start up a fire. You can always use liquid smoke and cure if you want. I didn't use any of that, so a bit healthier that way. It's awesome. Talk to you guys later.